Hello crafty YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make colored Tyvek. Okay, now first of all, the Tyvek that I'm going to be using is some envelopes that I bought like years ago for my shop, on my online shop, and I still have a few left, so I'm using that. But my enemies don't use those. I mean, you just can't go to the post office. I don't even think I have them at the post office anymore, but if you can order them online. That's what I did, and they sent them to me for free, and I was using those, so I just have a few of those left. So that's what I'm gonna be showing you a tutorial on this. But others that I use my Tyvek for, most of my many albums, I use packages that or Tyvek that I get, in the mail, packages and stuff like that. You can also buy some online. I've seen the Colored Tyvek online, and I think Kathy King Order has some online. I think it's the Colored Tyvek, but that stuff is not cheap. And so what I'm going to have to do eventually, because I'm running out, I ran out of the used Tyvek envelopes that I got in the mail, whatever. So I'm going to have to go to, I think it was Staples or somewhere, and I saw some there, but I didn't get it then because it was like really expensive there, and that was just the white kind. It didn't have any writing on it, or like the, the ones that you get from the post office. So I'm going to get some of those. I'm going to do color, color this, because they didn't have the color ones. I just seen the white ones. But anyway, moving on along. I'm going to show you how to make your own colored Tyvek. Now, I tried this years ago. When I first heard about the color, well, actually, I didn't hear about the Colored Tyvek. I don't think they had it back then, or they had it, but I didn't know about it. But I was using Tyvek, and I was like, it's showing, So then I tried using my distress ink, a black soot, to distress it so the white part wouldn't show up. So I did try this some years ago, and I tried it with acrylic paint, and also tried it with spray paint. Now, the thing with the spray paint is I like it better, the finished product of it, because it has a shine to it. But the thing I didn't like about it, and another thing I like about it is that this stuff, Tyvek, it eats up paint. It will soak through. So that's another thing I liked about the paint. There was not like no core white. It was a little bit, but it wasn't a lot of core white in the middle if you painted both sides. But with the paint, it kind of rubbed off a little bit, because I did paint it, and then I did 2 coats, and then I made a hinge out of it, and it kind of rubbed off a little bit, not a whole lot, but I didn't like that look. So I took some paint, and I went over it again after I glued it together and painted it, and made the hinge and everything. I never used the hinge, and I don't even know where it is. Same for the piece that I painted with the black spray paint. It's somewhere in the house, in my other craft room. I still haven't moved everything out here, so I don't even know where it is. I come across it not too long ago, but I don't know where this is. It's not out here. But anyway, so I can't show you those pieces that I did before. But this is the piece I just recently did, and I painted both sides. Now, on one side I didn't paint it all around the edges. On the other side I did. And I think this side I didn't do two coats on. So I'm gonna go back and do 2 coats, and I'm gonna try something with a spray finish that I usually use on my pencil drawings, which that's not out here either. I don't know where that can is. I thought it was out here. It's probably out here somewhere, but I can't find it. I don't think it's out here because I'm too organized not to know where it's at. But anyway, it's not out here. If either that, I don't have it anymore. But anyway, I'm going to try spraying that to see if it'll protect this when I start bending and creasing it, that the paint won't rub off. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to paint your own Colored Tyvek. Again, this is black. So I'm going to use the piece that I had from envelopes that I had from when I ordered from online at the U.S. Post Office. And like I said, I've got probably 1 sheet of this left, and this stuff goes a long way, so I don't have to worry about getting in trouble about using this. I'm going to go to I think it's at Staples, because it's right beside Hobby Lobby where I live, and I'm going to go in there and get me a pack of it. I'm just going to have to break down and buy it. But anyway, I'm going to do this in a different color. So I have red spray paint, but I'm not going to try to paint today. I may do that on a different day. On the last sheet that I have this of the Tyvek, and then I'll come back and show you the results of what it looked like. And this is really cold because it's, I mean, I'm not too cold out here in my craft room, but this is this can is cold. So anyway, what you're going to need is, of course, just a piece of Tyvek, any color paint, and with this paint, the black acrylic paint, this is not a gloss paint, so it's kind of a dull color. It's a matte color. Like I said, but I got some finish that'll give it like a finish, protective finish, and it'll give it a gloss too. So I'll try that on that. But with this paint, I'm just using, it's outdoor gloss indoor Apple Barn paint. It's called Real Red. So I'm going to try this. So I'm going to see how much it's going to. Now, you have to use acrylic paint because you don't want the opaque paint, because then you have to put a lot more coats to cover all this up. So I'm going to do this side first. I guess it don't really matter which side you use first. So, I'm not going to paint all the way to the edge of this because, you know, if I get some on this, it'll come out pretty good. But I'm not going to paint all the way to the edge of it because I want to get it on my work surface. So if you're doing this, and if you don't mind, you know, messing with your work surface, then fine. But if you want to put something down on it, you might want to do that. Especially depending on what kind of paint or how fast you clean it up, so it won't set and stick and you can't get it off. So again, you're just going to need acrylic paint of your choice. And again, this is the first time I've ever used any other color. When I tried this years ago, I only used black. So this is my first time using a different color besides black. And you're gonna need a foam brush. Now you can use a paintbrush or whatever you have. I'm gonna use a foam brush because it's quicker. It soaks up my paint, and you can get the paint out of the foam brush a lot easier. And this paintbrush is not clean. I should take it in the house and clean it. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, it's got too much paint, black paint, and I was gonna get another foam brush. I got my water here, and I don't take no chances on getting that black paint into my red. So I'm just gonna get another paintbrush, and I got paint all over my hands. So let me clean my hands real quick. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so, and I'm getting it all over my surface. Oh Lord, so let's clean this off. Put that back in there. And, okay, let's get started. I'm throwing my sleeves up here. Okay. Of course, you shake this paint up. This is kind of old, so I might have clumps in it. So I just have to peel that off. I'm not going to pour it out like that. I'm just going to go ahead and peel this off. I've used this paint before, but I tend to just use it straight out of the bottle and not from the porous part of it. And I got other shades of pink, of red, but like I said, I'm using this red because it's a gloss, and I want to see how much shine we get with this. Now again, Tyvek soaks up a lot of paint, so, and that's what I like about this stuff, because when you use it and then you paint it, then you cut it, you're gonna have a core middle. So it doesn't completely soak all the way through. You'll see that when I start this, but it does soak up this paint really good. And I'm just going to squirt this on here. I'm going to lay down the side because I have my paint. It's not a full bottle. So I'm just going to take this and spread it out. And so far, it's coating this side really good because it's already red. So, of course, it's going to blend in. And I'm just going to spread this out. Now, again, you can put however many coats you want. The most I do is 2. And I don't know about any other paint, but acrylic paint, you know, it gets a quick cover. Let's see, I got it on my work surface. Get that off before it dries. I think I just got it on my sleeve. Alright guys, I gotta keep this unstained and clean. Okay. So, I'm just going to continue to spread this out. And I'm thinking, because it soaks up the paint real good, if you probably watered your paint down a little bit, just a little bit, you don't want to do it too much, because then you might have to do too many layers of paint. But it'll probably soak through really well. Like I said, this really eats up this paint. So, and I did do this, heated it with my last time. I do remember that I tried to speed up the drying time with my heat gun. This stuff is plastic and it will melt. So, I mean, you can do it carefully and not hold it on the Tyvek too long so that it won't do that, so it won't melt. But I'm not going to do that because, in fact, I don't even feel like going to the other side of my desk to get it out and plug it up and all that. So, we're going to skip all that. I mean, so, but you can do it, but be very careful if you use your heat gun to try to speed this up in drying time, because it will melt it. So I remember I did do that, and like, be careful with the heat gun because it will melt. And I'm getting it on my desk. Alright, okay, I gotta clean that off. Like I said, I can't leave that on there. I don't want it to mess up my surface. And again, I'm just using 1 part water and 1 part ammonia to clean this off. That's clean. Alright. Alright, so now that is that side. And we're going to let that dry. And then we'll do the other side. Oh, let me flip it over first to show you know how much it soaks through. I'm going to lay it back down on my desk because see how much it soaks through? Like I said, if you watered it down a little bit, it'll probably soak through even more, but it really eats that paint up. And that's what I like about this Tyvek stuff, because if you don't want that core, when you cut it, if you paint it then cut it, it won't show up as much. I mean, you probably still have to paint the edges after you've cut it. If you see the edges of some white after you've cut it for whatever project you're doing, you might have to, you know, go for the paint and do it again. So I'm going to let this dry and we're going to do another side. Okay, so now I let it dry. Excuse me. And it does have a little bit of a sheen to it, more than a I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the sheen compared to the black. And so it doesn't eat the paint up too much where you don't see the gloss on it. And that's the back side. See how much that soaks through? Okay, I went ahead and pulled out my craft mat because while I was letting it dry, I went ahead and painted the edges and I had to clean off my mat. So I said I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and pull out my craft mat. And so if I can paint around the edges, I don't have to worry about getting on my work surface. So let's go ahead and do the other side. Okay. Let's see how well it covers up this blue on this side. And again, you can do as many coats as you want. That one side, that one coat on that side worked pretty well because it was already red, so no one had to do too much. But depending on what you're using this for, you probably only need to do one side anyway. But if you still want to do one side, then instead of... Okay, sorry about that. My camera died. I had to plug it up. Okay. So, I'm just going to continue painting this. And I don't know when my camera cut off, so I'm going to repeat myself. With this side showing the blue, obviously it's coloring the red really good. You could probably go with just a second coat, But if you're going to be making this, you might not need to do both sides. You might probably just want to paint one side, being it'll be this side with lighter colors like the red, if it won't cover the blue. So if you do coat both sides, then, and whatever project you use, just use the good side. You don't have to worry about this part. Now, the only reason why I'm really painting both sides because I want the paint to soak through so I can get some of that white out of the core middle. So when I cut it, it won't show up as much. So, and it's thinning out, so I'm going to put some more. But just for tutorial purpose, I'm going to go over that blue part again once it dries to see how well it'll coat that. Not that it probably won't make any difference if it's not coated or not. This blue right here. Let's see. And that is that. Okay, I hope I didn't get it on my work surface. I just wiped it off. But that is paint that side. Now I'm going to do other colors. I'll probably do a pink next because I'm thinking of making a Valentine mini album or something Valentine. I'm just going to try different colors because I have a lot of paper that I'm going to use with and Tyvek coming easy. But again, this is how you make your own colored Tyvek without having to go out and buy any more Tyvek if you already have some. If you just got the plain white, then you don't have to go and buy colored. You just paint it. Like I said, I did do this with spray paint and I like the results of it better because it did soak through more. But I didn't like the process of it because it took longer to dry and it took more coats of it. So, there you go. So again, that's this side. I just painted, and then that side, and it's still glossy. You can see the fibers and stuff in the Tyvek really well on the red. Again, you probably wouldn't show up so much if I put another coat, which I'm not going to, because even if it, some of the parts where it does come off, the paint come off, it gives a character. So I'm not really going to worry about it. Like the black. And you can see that. I don't know, it's too much light. But if you see that right there, that was only one coat, and so I might go over it again. Maybe. I did a thicker coat on this side. I know I only did one coat on this side, but it was a thicker coat. It just got thinned out on this side, and I didn't put in that as much when I did this side. But yeah, that is your colored Tyvek. So if you want to if you're using Tyvek and you want the colored stuff but don't want to pay an arm and leg for it, there's your easy fix. All right, guys. Thank you again for watching my channel. Like and subscribe if you can, give us a thumbs up. Have a crafty day. Bye.